you stream?
What up, everybody? So, this is a random stream. Been a while, and we're just gonna do this little visual novel. I'm not, probably not gonna stream this entire thing. So, this is just whenever I want to. We literally started probably like the first hour already, and I'm here with Block Blast Jr. What's your name again?
No, we can't ask that. Then that was like awkward.
I just forgot because this is my first time meeting you.
What? Oh yeah, this is my first. I don't know this guy. He's a weirdo. He talks about femboys all the time.
What the fuck? That's not true.
You're like risotto this, risotto that. Is it okay to post risotto on my main?
True. All right. Anyways, did I like not load a save file? My stupid. Did I just reload the game? I did. I did. I reloaded the fucking game. Again. It is again because I'm fucking. I didn't reload.
I'm a Yanni person.
It's true. So let's explain this lore real quick. So I have seen probably the first 10, 15, 20 hours of Umineko, and I don't think it's that good. So I'm gonna play for myself. And I here.
You know what? Like most visual novels, you have to wait like.
Well, not Little Busters. The Little Busters starts good, anyways.
Oh yeah, Lament to Beyond the Void also starts out good, but like.
I'm just saying, if I started Little Busters right now, I would probably laugh and smile the whole time.
Okay, but like think about it like this, like. Think you like slice of life, so this is like basically the same thing.
This is a slice of life, but they repeat everything 5 times and then about touching
Kind
our
of
cousin's chest.
Kind of boring. It's
All
only
right.
for now. I hope so at least.
So I'm not really I'm not really a visual novel person, unless you count like Danganronpa, Zero Escape, and Persona, which they kind of are, but not really.
I like visual novels.
And he's the visual novel expert.
The visual novel expert, connoisseur, one might say.
That's true.
See that? That sounds fancy.
This is a fancy game, so we're just gonna.
I don't really feel like it. I'm like very confused with the atmosphere right now. It's like they're wearing like very like modern clothing, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. Something is like very off with the atmosphere, and that's probably because there's airplanes.
It's true. All right.
Like what era this is in.
I think they'll explain it in a bit when they get into the nitty gritty.
Okay, but like, can they explain it now?
No. All right. Let's just get into it. So to summarize, we're on a trip to this island. That's basically literally all we've done, and it's a bunch of family.
Was that the plot? I was like actually so confused.
Yeah, I mean we took a plane and now we're here, and now we're gonna take a boat to the islands, and we're here with our family of like a lot. A very big family. And we are this guy here with the red hair, a bachelor. Alright. What are you talking about? You're surprisingly alike, you and your father.
Oh, come on, you can't be serious. Just, how am I like dad?
Oh, he's I was like, wait, is that Ballard talking?
No, that's not Ballard. You're a lot like him, especially how arrogant and prideful you are. I don't know if I should like wait for the voice line to finish, or do I just read and talk?
No, just talk over it, because it's not like anybody listening will know what they're saying in Japanese. Also have to turn down the voice a bit.
You don't know that. I know Japanese.
That's true. He does know Japanese. I know a little bit too from my 30 years of anime watching.
Yeah, you know, Jinsonya's old. He's like 60.
I'm 60.
You're like 79 at least. At least 50. Honestly, you could pass on the 35.
No, I'm not. Your lines.
Oh shit. Wait, where did I leave off? Father's blood is especially strong in you, Nissan. Wouldn't you say, Rosa?
Oh, absolutely. Cross Nissan and Rudolph Nissan are almost unbelievable like Dad.
I see your cigarette addiction has gotten better.
I don't want to hurt my voice.
It's late at night and my voice hurts. Where did my son? Oh wait, I just realized something. On Discord, my Shadow the Hedgehog border is gone.
Oh, it was limited time only. Like, I forgot I can't alt tab when I'm on full screen mode.
I'm so sad. Wait, actually, wait, what happened?
Too late. You're lying, Rudolph.
I'm so distraught. Already. Why am I the only one under fire from the girls? This is sexist. Hideyoshi-Nissan, give me a head, please.
Oh my, Rudolph-kun, you're always so popular with the ladies. I'm jealous. Wahaha. Wah, he's like Wario. Oh ho ho ho. As usual, you're popular enough to make me jealous. Then everybody, now we head over to the boat. Now Maria-san, let's go to the boat together, okay?
Let's go to fucking boat together. Oh my god, they've repeated this sentence like 50 times. What up? Everyone gets on together. I feel like... Bro, am I insane? Why do I feel like this just keeps... I'm like in a paradox with how many times they say the same sentence.
Well, I'm just saying, this is an issue for the game. I don't know if it gets better.
Everyone says it gets better.
Oh,
Oh, I'm Battler. Yeah, this time around, I'm not gonna be scared. I'm used to be shaken up by waves. That piece of junk fishing boat, I'm less afraid with the shaking and the engine breaking down than the boat drifting off.
Oh yeah, that's right, I'm George. Oh, oh yeah, Battler-kun, I forgot to tell you. That fishing boat was completely worn out, so it was taken out of commission a few years back. Now I've gotten to the island in a different boat. Oh right, it's Battler's first time in a new boat. It's super comfy and freaking fast. And go at crazy high speeds. You're lying, Battler.
Okay, this is all. That means less travel time, right?
I actually like can't hear the fucking music. Let's turn it up a little.
That sounds great. But having to worry about sinking is less scary than being on a plane. But it'll still be awesome to get it over with as quick as possible. What up? It's finally gonna go fall again. Yeah. That's only on airplanes. Oh, it's only on airplanes. Fuck. Everything's fine now.
Anyway, it's the captain's pride and joy. A kind of modded high-speed boat. He's got it pretty souped up. He was bragging about how he attached 4 base high-efficiency propellers to make it break 40 knots or something like that. He talks about it all the time, so I've memorized the spiel. Yeah, I got it memorized too, since we hear about it every year. The captain says he's been obsessed with modding ever since he lost a high-speed contest with a foreign boat ages ago. According to him, the opponent managed to break 30 knots with just a fishing boat. This first trap for revenge match got... What the fuck does this have to do with anything?
This is so deep. Wait till it gets so deep. This is like foreshadowing.
This is a super high-speed boat. My first thought was that it'd be much better than some beat-up boat that may sink at any moment. For some reason, I got this feeling of foreboding. Probably just overthinking it.
Oh, he wasn't overthinking it and they're all gonna die.
For boating.
I think he's gonna pull this guy.
It's definitely possible.
He can't be a masterpiece of fun as cousins. Actually, wait a minute. I played many visual novels with
I have not. What sets us apart from the casual visual novel player to the pro? Battler-kun, you shouldn't be leaning over the railing too much. You might fall. Fall. I knew she would fucking say that. You're cutting out because you're screaming so loud. You're cutting out.
Yeah, because I put on the suppression so you wouldn't hear me talk.
I know, but now when you scream, it cuts out too. I heard that. It was loud. I heard it. But this is the surprise speed boat that the captain started my. A piece of joint fishing boat for 6 years doesn't know how to handle this guy. We just get to the island.
Oh my god, I just pick up my voice. Ah! It's shaking.
So fucking hot in my room.
What up? Get a ball. I fall into the ocean and drown. Where's the parachute? I mean, where's my boy?
Where's my boy? That's what I'm saying.
Where's my boy?
Type 1 in the chat. You're having funny.
Give me a lap jacket.
Oh, that's me. Wahaha. Batsler, what the heck are you doing that for? Jessica-chan, Maria-chan, it's not nice to tease. Battler-kun, if you're scared, then just don't come out on the deck. I think you'll be able to calm down a bit if you go inside the boat.
That's a no thank you, Aniki. I'm gonna piss myself out here in the boat. Shipwreck victims are always the ones inside the boat. Survivors are usually those on deck during the accident.
Like the Titanic.
So I'm staying here, but it's shaking! Oh, I'm gonna fall! Oh,
whoa! Whoa. I'm like trying to balance the audio perfectly. We just get to the fucking island.
This is too chill.
Alright, I told you to behave yourself. Ballard, it looks like you really can't handle it. I'll tell the captain to slow down just for you.
Tell you this, slow drag was the way to go, even on sea. Don't do that, Rosa. I forgot how she goes.
I hate that phrase so much. What is with these games? Only these fucking visual novels use the phrase trials and tribulations. Nobody, like, ever uses that. I've only heard it from fucking, like, this, Ace Attorney, and, like, at least one other visual novel. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what trials and tribulations mean.
It's just like the difficulties you face.
That sounds about right. Every difficulty I face.
Because of a friend.
I need it to go stronger. Why does she freaking sound like this? Oh wait, I'm supposed to read this.
Yeah.
Trials and tribulations are important for young men. Isn't that right, Patlerton? You'd be able to overcome a little scare like this. Otherwise, you'll never be able to go to Egypt with your aunt. This has to be a kink, right?
Oh, what?
Degradation.
Degradation? This is for some people. Not me, though.
What if it doesn't work from to the F's?
Nah.
No?
No.
What about just gay in general?
I feel like I've this scene is just this. Everything feel like it takes 10 years to go.
I get it. He's scared of. Freaking, I feel like the same. Oh my god! I'm not gonna read this. I feel like this is me repeating like the same thing over and over again.
Oh goodness! Fall! Say it, Maria. No.
Fall!
Say it, Maria.
Fall!
So, after I made a huge fool of myself for a while, Aunt Rosa had a talk with the boat captain and he slowed down a bit to a bit more manageable speed for me.
That's a bit better. I thought I was gonna die earlier.
Apparently the max speed I can tolerate is extremely slow. But that just now was completely insane. The whole boat was shaking, sliding and leaping into the ocean surface. I felt like I was riding on the back of a flying fish. Feels like it was still falling at me. That's true.
Yeah, that kind of rhymed. Let me say that line again. You can like make it rhyme.
Like it felt like I was riding on the back of a flying fish.
Maybe you are a little bitch. Hey guys, this is like grade 1, like rhyming skills. Like,
it felt like I was. Oh wait, I was doing the same fucking line again. Jessica was falling at me. I can't tell the difference because I felt like it would have already been in the dialogue. It's good falling at me as I leaned against the railing, tired and disheartened. I lost in the strength contest earlier, but I'm glad to know I'm no worse off where it really counts. Seriously.
Go ahead and laugh!
Oh, we're bringing this back.
I don't want to say that.
Yeah, sure. Good luck with that.
What up? Damn, bitch, fuck you. Yeah, Battler all week. I wanna die.
Maria was patting my back, so I patted her head in return. Her expression was as blank as usual, but I realized that she wanted to console me.
What do you mean blank? She looks smug as fuck in that.
Valor-kun, the captain's throwing in drinks to make up for this. Would you like one? To calm yourself down?
Bro, if I would be so fucking embarrassed if I was Battler right now, I would not take that drink because I feel like an inconvenience to like.
If I was Battler, I wouldn't have been scared in the first place.
If I was if I had a fear of boats, I would just like, I don't know. If I had a fear of boats, I would like at least like, I don't know. I wouldn't make it obvious. He's like crying. He's like, ah!
George Aniki. And I feel like it should be Kuwa. Why do I keep saying Kuma? I mean, why is it Kuma? It should be Kuwa. Kuma-sama Bachan brought us all ice cold cans of soft drinks covered with beads of water. Judging from her grin, our parents inside the boat were probably all rolling around laughing at my moment of pure terror. Damn it, I'm so embarrassed. I can't bear to face any of them. But if I didn't change the subject now, I had the feeling I'd be the butt of everybody's jokes for the whole trip, so I tried to think of something else harmless to talk about.
Oh, Jessica.
No.
Hey, Jessica,
Don't talk to her.
Stop talking. Oh shit, something bad's gonna happen.
Boom, divorced.
Oh, boom, dead. Oh, she's smiling.
What? My old man and my mom. Unfortunately, they're fine. Every other word out of their mouths is study, study, which pisses me off. So jealous, like, surely it doesn't look like Uncle Hideyoshi or Uncle Rudolph would say something like oh no. Before I had my exams, my parents kept pressing me about it over and over. I thought it was annoying then, but now I'm grateful.
I knew it. You're really awesome, Aniki. Let me touch your boobs.
Yo, I didn't say that to George.
Let me stroke you, George. Anyways, I have to look after myself. No one tells me what to do. Oh, it's not like I didn't do it if they... Fuck, wait, it's not like I'd listen if they did.
Butler-san, have you not returned to your parents' home?
Well, I kind of go back now and then.
I don't remember this being this long.
I don't either.
Like, I've seen this part of the game, but I don't remember this scene at all.
Maybe you'd be enjoying it more if, like... Maybe...
If they cut all this, yeah.
Maybe. I feel like if the whole game is gonna be this slow burn, I'm gonna cry.
I don't think so.
You say
I've seen the parts where it steps up, and it's interesting. However, I just don't like what they do after it.
Okay. Surely it'll be fine. What up? Battler has 2 houses.
He's Battler. How come you get 2?
Yeah, something like that. Why do you have 2 houses?
Only Maria, who couldn't really grasp the situation, voiced this naive question. However, the others just shot nervous glances at me, choosing not to respond even though they knew the answer. We're almost saved.
Wait, what is it?
Oh, this is my line. They'll explain it.
What do you mean?
Maria, look.
I wanna know how.
You can see it.
Oh my god! It's not the harbor, turn
Apparently, Jessica was trying to be nice by changing the subject. Oh well, I'd rather not talk about it if I can help it. It's uncomfortable to have it treated like some kind of weird taboo. I don't really mind it that much myself anymore. I may be a member of the Ushiromiya family, but the truth is that for the last 6 years, I've been living with my grandparents on my late mother's side, and I've been using... Dude! This is like 5 commas! I've been using her family name. When those grandparents passed away one after the other, I basically had no choice but to go back and live with the old bastard. Don't get me wrong. I didn't just run away from home or anything like that. The only one at fault here is my dad. I don't really blame Kairi-san. Being able to hold that old bastard's reins and ride him out is no mean feat. Why'd he say it like that?
Right about.
No, the way the old bastard betrayed my mom. Well, unfortunately, I still haven't got it over that. We'll be getting there soon. George Aniki cleared his throat, trying to chase the subject. Forgive my indiscretion. It seems this old woman has said too much already. I hurt your feelings.
I don't mind it. And no one's feelings are hurt. Don't worry. Kumosawa. Ka-chan. Ka-chan.
You seemed to regret speaking out in turn, but I was more concerned about her being worried over something like that, so I stood up and passed it off lightly. After that, I had a sip of my drink and headed over to Maria and Jessica, who were gazing at the silhouette of the island.
What up, Battler? I saw the island. The island. Those noises. Oh, I see it now. Even after 6 years, the island hasn't changed a bit.
I don't think they do change.
Yeah, they're supposed to kind of stay static.
Small island silhouette in front of us has gotten pretty close. The island's name is Rokkenjima. Sorry. Wait, I had it right. Rokkenjima. Rokkenjima.
Rockin' tits, dog.
It's a small island about 10 kilometers around, including the Izu archipelago. They say they... What the fuck? Since they call this archipelago the Izu 7, lots of people think there are only 7 islands, but that's not true. Actually, there are several more, and Rokkenjima is one of the minor islands that don't get counted. Even if that weren't the case, I doubt you'd find many people who knew about this island. Only people connected to the Ushiromiya family ever go there. In other words, outsiders and tourists never have any reason to really care about it. So you'll never find this island's name in any travel brochure. After all the Rokkenjima is an estate possessed by the Ushiromiya family. Only the Ushiromiya family lives there, and only people connected to the family come and go to and from there.
I thought you just said that.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's nothing here except the harbor and mansion. The vast majority of the island is still uncultivated forest. Such a waste. And it could be made into a nice golf course or something. However, when you realize the entire coastline is a private beach, it starts to sound pretty magnificent. Probably guessed it by now, but to put it simply, well, the family is just rolling in dough. The head family apparently possesses a vast fortune, and Dad and the others who make up the branch families have built up plenty of wealth for themselves, finding success in their respective businesses. I've been living a commoner's life at my grandparents' home these 6 years, and so I'd completely forgotten. But the old bastard's house really is elegant, and everything about it is tuned to match the snobbish taste of the annoying rich. Come to think of it, I guess that makes George Aniki, Jessica, Maria, and me wealthy, high-class gentlemen and ladies. Needless to say, none of us really think of ourselves that way at all. I don't see myself as being rich, and George Aniki, who takes self-discipline very seriously, doesn't let himself get too comfortable. Jessica is always complaining that she'd rather move to the city than be rich.
That's privileged thinking.
And Maria is still a kid who isn't even interested in money at all. Does that attitude really make us any less snobbish? From the perspective of people in poverty who can't pay the bills, we really have been blessed with a lot. Yeah, fuck you.
Exactly. Fuck you.
This isn't the place to explain any further, so I won't. Anyway, it's the same as not being able to choose the parents you're born from. I didn't ask to be born in a rich family. I don't even think it's something to be envied.
Okay, because you're rich, bitch. You had money. Didn't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about getting a job. You don't have to worry about paying off student debt.
And if I had money...
Did you pay off your student debt?
Would.
Yeah.
Well, it can be pretty trying when people are prejudiced against you just because you're rich and refuse to judge you by your merits. As they pondered these sentimental thoughts, Maria started shouting and leaned over the railing.
He has the privilege to be crying about being on a boat and traveling on a boat.
Oh, woe is me, I'm traveling to my private island.
Woe is me. I have to get on this shaky. What's wrong, Maria? Did you drop something? No! Gone!
Maria kept yelling, "Gone, gone." At first it sounded as though she had dropped something, but while she shouted, she was also pointing out over the ocean.
Can he like a dead person?
Why does she have a vampire tooth?
Does he have a dead person in this chapter? Do you remember the first 20 hours?
What do you mean this chapter? This game?
Or, yeah.
Yeah, there's people die.
Okay, what?
Well, we have to get to the island. What's wrong there, little partner? What's going on?
You're not on the fucking island yet.
I'll look for it too if you want. What is it? If she had dropped something, that would probably have looked down at the floor. But Maria was also pointing out over the... Didn't we like say this exact line?
She literally did.
Dude. The same fucking sentence. One would assume that by the gesture she pointed out... Yes, she pointed out. Oh my god. Oh my god. However, since the last memories of this place came 6 years ago, I was able to spot it before Aniki, who came here every year.
Okay, huh? Yeah. Okay, huh?
That doesn't make sense, though. This guy comes here every year, and you won't notice something that's changed, but the person who came here 6 years ago will? What?
Live happily. If I remember correctly, wasn't there a toy some small background there? I can't read English. That's right! It was definitely there! I remember it well, since as I got close to the island, it was the first thing that greeted us, like a landmark.
It's a Tori.
It's like a bird.
Wow, sugoi battler. Even though it's been 6 years, you remember. Was here, wasn't it? As George, you read the flag while you lying.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I remember too. The tutelary god shrine and that Tory-like thing was standing over all alone on that crag. Now you mention it, they're gone, aren't they? You sure they were still here last year?
Gone. Gone. Why is she fucking upset? Maybe they were washed away by the waves or something. It was a small crag, so it probably got worn away after time.
Well, that's my theory too. It was last summer that it disappeared. But they say an enormous lightning bolt came crashing down one evening and smashed the shrine. The fishermen whispered that having a thunderbolt fall upon our honored tutelary god must be a portent of some approaching misfortune. Kuwabara. I said her fucking name wrong. Wait, no, I did read it. I thought that was her name. Kumasawa-san implied impishly, as if teasing us, rubbing her hands together while intoning a Japanese phrase meant to ward off lightning. What? There's a onomatopoeia for that?
It's just like it's like a cheat.
However, Maria apparently took this seriously and stared fixedly over the ocean to where the crag... Should I do the ASMR mode?
Do we just do ASMR mode? Do we just like...
Put the blanket on?
Try it.
Getting blanketed mode. I can barely see the screen, but...
You're gonna like fall asleep.
Fuck, I don't have a line.
Fortune. What the fuck? A portent of misfortune. What up?
Enough, Kuwasama-san. Maria isn't old enough to get that kind of joke. Okay, Maria-chan. It's just a coincidence. Nothing scary is gonna happen. George Aniki. Here's ASMR mode. George Aniki put a hand on Maria's shoulder to calm her down, but Maria's sharp-eyed expression didn't waver.
Okay, if the young girl is saying misfortune over and over again, you know something bad's gonna happen on this island.
Especially if it's a Higurashi game. Yeah. Maria muttered that word over and over, apparently repeating a single word over and over and over is a habit that Maria's had a long time. However, since the word she was saying was literally an ill omen, it was a bit creepy.
Wonder why, if a young child's like,
Maria.
Oi, oi.
Oi, 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 Maria. Maria. I say that over and over like that, misfortune will really end up happening, you know?
I tapped Maria's other shoulder. Maria whipped her head around, stared into my face, and spoke unblinkingly. Uh-oh, creepy music.
Do not fucking trust the young child. Hey, where is this coming from? You do not trust the young child.
I answered lightheartedly, trying to break the tension in the air. At that moment, Maria held up a finger, raised her arm high, and pointed up to the heavens. When I looked up, I saw that the sky was still just as cloudy, but it had grown a great deal more leaden than it had been that morning. That's right, they were saying that a typhoon was approaching. We had planned to spend one night on the island, but if the storm doesn't pass quickly, I won't be able to make it to school. I was reading it all like intense, and this guy says I won't be able to go to school on Monday.
Bro, I won't be able to go to fucking school. No,
Dude,
that's
I got a math exam.
No, I'm bad at math, dog. Oh my god, you don't understand.
He's cooked.
I'm cooked. I have a math exam Monday.
Well, I guess it makes for a pretty good excuse to be absent. I hope the ASMR mode sounds like how it sounds to me under the blanket.
I don't know. It sounds like slightly more.
He apparently sensed some kind of misfortune in the cloudy sky. He'd been muttering that non-stop for a while now. Girls at Maria's age tend to be very impressionable. It's just about that age that many girls get excited about sixth senses and whether they have psychic potential and stuff. I thought 9-year-olds were like into Frozen or something. I didn't know they liked this kind of thing.
Me neither. When I heard a horror story, because like my family told me a lot of horror stories and put me like in a dark room and they would tell me horror stories. Like,
I've had that happen too.
Yeah. And like basically I remember it's just like I was just like scared. I wouldn't like guys. I mean, I told these horror stories to like my other friends, but like I wasn't good at telling the story because I was 9. I would be like, guys, you know, the tree's gonna grab you if you walk past it at night. Like, there's gonna be arms, it's gonna suck you in with your
And then
soul.
Slenderman's in the...
Bro, I had a crush on Slenderman. It wouldn't have worked on. I had a crush on Slenderman in middle school.
For all we know, this might be due to her childish, sensitive nature.
Bro, you gotta run.
Okay, Maria-chan. The weather might get worse tonight, but tomorrow it'll clear up and become a pretty blue sky.
Ouch!
Bless you.
These hurt me physically. A pretty blue sky. Desire blue sky. That was no chaos
That's right. By tomorrow will be a pretty blue sky. There's no rain that doesn't end, and no clouds that never clear.
Girl? No rain that doesn't end. Clouds that never clear. Bro.
Even she's repeating stuff.
I know a typhoon's coming, but it'll go away soon.
Alright. Blanket mode's coming off because it's really fun. I don't know why my room is especially hot today.
It sounds the same.
What do you mean? Well, I just took it off. What do you mean?
Oh, yes. Kind of sounds the same on and off, except one of them is just like you sound closer.
There's no way. I thought it sounded better.
I mean, it does kind of sound nice. It's just
maybe the belief that it makes me sound better makes me do it better.
yeah, maybe. She's gonna start screaming Silent Hill, Silent Hill, like that crappy like Silent Hill adaptation.
What? I don't think I've seen that.
Me and Dylan, like I remember watching the Silent Hill horror. I didn't really think it was that good, but there was like a Silent Hill like adaptation.
There's a movie, I think.
Yeah, it was like really bad because people, for some reason, people liked it, but it was just like not a good representation of Silent Hill at all, like as a franchise or anything like that. And I remember, in the first scene, has this girl go screaming like Silent Hill, Silent Hill, like so fucking odd. And this is just what I'm reminded of. She's gonna start being like, she's gonna be like, Umineko! Umineko! I don't know what, okay. But I don't know. Hopefully.
When Maria says Umineko.
Umineko.
Maria started yelling, ooh, ooh. It looked like she was having a tantrum because no one could understand what she was trying to say.
Get it? Umineko.
Oh my. Wait, I just realized. Bro, why did they keep saying that she doesn't make expressions, but like she's fucking yelling right now.
Dude, her sprites are like so expressive. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
What in the world was Maria trying so desperately to warn us about? Unable to understand her, we couldn't help but feel a vague sense of misfortune. Heard that everybody can feel the supernatural, but that it weakens with as you age. That might mean that Maria, the youngest one of all, still possessed that kind of sense the rest of us had lost.
At last, lost.
I wonder if that sense is sending her a warning. At that moment, Kumasawa-san opened her mouth. Rumor has
You're
it.
gonna still fucking talk?
Long ago, Rokenjima was... Kumasawa-san, let's not talk about that.
No, maybe we should talk about it. I feel like we're all gonna die now.
Just as soon as she was about to tell Sokka's story, Jessica sharply interrupted her. Her tone was extremely firm for her. I wanted to push her further, just out of simple curiosity. But judging by the look on her face, whatever Kumasawa-bachan was likely to say would probably make Maria more uneasy. I did try to press her for a story. The odds were pretty good that it wouldn't be anything bright and cheery. Oh, I do apologize about that. The wind here is hard to bear for the elderly, so if you would excuse me for now. Philosophers have no reason to hang out after they've been told to stop chatting. When Kumasawa-san finally realized she'd overstepped her bounds, she went back inside the boat.
Her bounds?
Yeah, boundaries.
Boundaries.
After she left, Uncle Hideyoshi showed up in her place, and the scene got longer. He had arrived mid-conversation. Since he arrived mid-conversation, he completely failed to notice the complicated atmosphere that hung around the scene. He reflexively and unwittingly swept up the atmosphere aside. So in the end, it was his lack of tact that brightened the mood. Oh, looks like we're almost there. Okay, just a bit more. Took forever at that speed we went today, didn't it? Wonder whose fault that was.
Aw, Uncle Hideyoshi, give me a break already. Ta ha 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 ha.
Come on, don't stop there. Seriously, thanks to the battler here, it's taking forever. Mary probably thought everybody was refusing to listen to her. She hung her head, wearing a fretful expression. As she did, George Aniki crouched down to meet his eyes and spoke to her kindly. Maria-chan, there's nothing to be afraid of. Because we're all together. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together. Go ahead and say it. Say it, Maria-chan. We're all together.
I don't know if they like. She has like a disability or something.
Imagine you're just making fun of a fucking disabled child.
Cause I'm confused if like this is like an actual disability or this is just like a habit because like most 9-year-olds can talk.
It's true.
Like a lot. They
I mean,
talk
I wouldn't
a lot
know that,
too.
but I have this problem where like I don't understand like if he said a 4-year-old, I don't even know what that means.
What's a 4-year-old? I don't see age. Jinsuenyo says.
Like she looks like she's 4 to me.
She does not look 4.
I don't know because I don't have any little. I don't see a lot of my like little relatives.
4-year-olds are like really small. It's like what you think of a toddler. They're like toddler sized.
That's like.
She's like.
It's like I can't remember what it was like being 4 years old.
Well, like you don't remember the size, but I interact with 4-year-olds.
I never did.
Because I babysit them.
Even if we have, I have young relatives, obviously, but all I know of them is that they cry or that they run around. That's all. That's all I know.
The 9-year-old I talk to is like very verbal. They get like very talkative around like 2nd grade age, and she's 9, so.
Is that 2nd grade? I don't even remember that either.
It's like probably 2nd, 3rd grade. I don't know. Anyways, she should be fucking verbal. Is there like some trauma that makes her like not want to speak to people?
It was just born that way. Yes, there's nothing to be afraid of. We're I was kidding. We have to repeat it one last time.
Yup, nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. That's right, exactly what George is. We stick together, there'll never be anything in this arena.
And you want to say that's what he said, and I'll repeat him what he said
That's
again.
What he said. That's what he said.
Yes, Jessica, right. That's exactly what he said. If we stick together. Please don't say it. Please don't say it.
No, that's not. It's always true. It's always true.
Yes, I don't lie. I'm always telling the truth. So trust me.
Oh, yeah. Because I don't be afraid we're out together.
Like, I get it because it's a kid, so like you want to repeat it. Fuck, just get rid of the scene. Like, I don't want to see it.
Fucking bitch! Stop fighting a bitch! I know it's like her habit. They like mentioned that this was her habit earlier. But it's like actually getting so frustrating to read over and over again.
Ria jumped into her arm, into his arms, and hugged him tightly.
Oh, look at that. I wish I liked Maria.
After Aniki patted her head, she jumped away again.
See, she's so expressive. She's smiling right now.
Her expression had gone an 180-degree change, returning back to normal. She was once the ordinary Maria.
There's nothing afraid because we're all together. We're all together. It looks better now. You're showing us awesome. I'm awesome.
Hey now, what's going on here? Is Maria awesome? Maria didn't get seasick, did she? Well, something like that. We'll be arriving soon. I was trying here.
Fantastic!
Fantastic. Now I kind of want to play more.
Boing, 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 boing. Oh god, finally. Are we on the island? This is making me want to play Marvel Rivals. I feel
Welcome to
mean. I feel
Rockin'
like I'm
Gym.
being overly critical of this game and being
Oh, it's
really
valid.
but I'm like really tired of how much they repeat the same lines over and over again. It's
If
kind of
this was
exhausting.
Little Busters, we would have already had met like all 5 main characters, the main character's backstory. And then probably started meeting the side characters by now.
This was like Lamenta Beyond the Void, and Noe would already be like getting ostracized and like stuff. I love Lamenta.
The boat gave a
This
big
was
shudder.
I would be confused. Frickin'.
Seems
I
we've
just lost blog posts.
seems we've docked at the harbor. The boat driver came up and jumped off the pier with the mooring rope.
From the hour we've read, I can summarize really quickly like what's happened. We went on a plane, we went on a boat after talking to our relatives, and something weird's happening because something changed on the island.
Yeah.
But yeah, but we're okay because Maria's awesome.
He's awesome.
She's awesome. Did you know that Maria's awesome?
A large man in a tuxedo was waiting there for us with a warm smile. I didn't recognize his face, but judging by his clothes, I guess he was a servant to the Ushirimiya head household.
Hey, are you a servant to the Ushimi household? Oh, I wonder what made you think that. Ojo-sama.
Who should voice this? What do we got here? Lock quite a few characters. Let's see, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, do I really have that many? I feel like you have more lines than me though.
I feel like that's probably because I talk. I do like a lot of like I do battler, and he's like so fucking talkative, and Maria is so freaking talkative.
You can have this guy.
Okay. Welcome home, Molly. Later, they're turning out again, don't worry.
Thanks for caring. This moron got so scared we had to slow down. I was seriously annoyed.
Shut up! Someday put the shoes on the other foot and remember this.
At this rate, word will spread around to the whole family. And it'll be the big Squirtle.
Squirrel.
It'll be a big conversation piece during dinner. Even without this, everybody was talking about me because of the 6-year gap, but now I've gotten them an even juicier topic. Damn it, why does the Ushirimiya head family have to live on this isolated island? In the meantime, the boat had finished its mooring. Small plane was lowered so we can get down.
It's gonna be so hard for me to go back to school.
One by one, our parents came up inside from the boat.
Oh, you all must be quite tired for your long trip. Please allow me to assist you. Thank you.
Adam, that is unbecoming of you.
How are you? I thank you for your concern.
Battler-kun, isn't it your first time meeting Goda-san? If I'm not mistaken, you were working here 6 years ago, right?
Yeah, indeed. So, please allow me to meet you for the first time. It's an honor to meet you, Battler-sama. Wow. I am pretty confident in my height, but...
Feels so tiny next to you.
So definitely your first meeting. I think I'm cute. I'll never forget a big guy like you. It's my pleasure. I'm Battler. Battler, I was looking forward to meeting you.
He did it for himself. Fucking translation.
Just in case you wouldn't know what his name meant. Your servant, I was working on the Ushimiya pen for you. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, you dirty dog. If there's anything you need, feel free to reply to me on any time.
Goda-san's been some time.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I haven't seen your sweet cheeks in a while. Please allow me to assist you. If you know what I mean.
As usual, you're a pro at welcoming guests. You ever need a job, just let me know.
They didn't know what I mean.
I'd hire you anytime.
Yeah, I know what you would hire me for, because I'm big and strong.
He's actually ripped under there.
Yeah, I get many bitches. Double wielding, dick wielding.
Good-san then lends a hand to everybody as they descend, greeting them as they passed. His speech and mannerisms had a refined polish that of a professional, who was graceful in contrast with his initially tough-looking appearance. Large size made him seem a bit scary at first, but he was much more polite than my first impression. Why do I keep feeling like I've read a line already? He claimed to have served the island for 2 years, but he had doubtless worked at a similar job before.
He just said that.
After everyone disembarked, the mooring rope was untied and the boat started to steer away from the harbor. It was probably returning to the home port on Nijima.
Oh, we're gonna fucking die.
Waved his hand in farewell. Maria conscientiously their hand back.
Yeah, she conscientiously didn't. Don't get that wrong.
Is there a difference between conscientiously and consciously?
Probably. I'm not an English pro though. Now when I think about it, this is why I must.
Umis.
Umineko?
The Umis.
Umineko.
And Maria goes, Umineko, Umineko.
Umineko, Umineko, Umineko. Umineko.
Oh, Uminekos, the birds. Fuck. I remember correctly. Whenever we came to the island in the past, the Uminekos always greeted us. Their lively nya cries. Because of that, whenever I hear the cries of Uminekos anywhere else, I get the feeling that I'm coming to a family conference. Except for the small part of the island where those of the Ushirimiya head family live. Akanjima has been left uncultivated, which apparently made it paradise for wild birds. Supposedly there was a cliff somewhere that housed a huge seagull a huge Umineko colony. So this island was always full of them.
Umineko.
That's having those Umis here to greet them.
I gotta have a bathroom break. My bladder's full from how long this visual novel is. I have a drink of water. So long.
Take a break.
Gonna do a little bathroom break. Umineko, Umineko, Umineko. You're so back. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm back. Not those Uminekos. Those Uminekos are making me feel a bit lonely.
What's wrong, Battler-kun?
The Uminekos are making me feel sad. Rosa. Nothing. Oh my god. It's nothing really. I was just thinking how lonely without the cries of the Uminekos.
And that's true now that you mention it. Even though they're always so noisy, today there isn't one to be seen. Wait, ooh, it sounds so close. He almost makes the Umi noise. Maybe because the seagulls are having a get-together somewhere?
I just searched up, like, Umineko, and now I know, like, and, like, the summary is so different from the beginning of the story. I'm so freaking confused.
Maria, do you want to see them?
I want to see them. It's a bit strange. There isn't even a single one around. Still, it's a bit strange. Fuck. Maybe Jessica killed them and ate them all. Because Jessica's a fast. What?
The hell? I didn't say anything disturbing like that. Or don't say disturbing stuff like that. Maria-chan believing it.
Maria, you fucking cold-blooded murderer!
I did not. He ate them all. Why the hell would I do something like that?
What if this is foreshadowing if she did do that?
He said yakitori.
Yakitori! It's because, like, it's just skin and meat and meatballs and liver and onion! Swimming the meatballs! Liver and onion!
They made fun of Jessica. Maria tagged along, looking like she was having fun. Oh, I never guessed she would be such a good sport. Alrighty then, from today on, I'll make you my #1 follower. With a smile on her, she beamed, looking overjoyed, possibly because she was happy about this one little connection we'd made with each other. It's not it, Maria-chan. I've heard wild burns are attuned to changes in the weather and atmospheric pressure. Weather is probably getting worse for tonight.
Not this nerd.
The Uminekos have returned to their nest early.
Not grilled? Just Kane-chan didn't grill him?
No. I wouldn't do something like that. Battler, just admit that you lied. Battler-kun. Maria-chan's a naive girl, so she takes even jokes seriously. You should choose your jokes more carefully.
Such boring people.
George Aniki gently scolded me, even though I outstripped Aniki in height. Aniki was Aniki, of course. There was no choice but to obediently apologize.
Sorry, my bad, my bad. Maria, it was just a joke. Uminekos are just taking it easy in the nest. Battler. George Oni-chan told
You sound like you're on your deathbed.
I'm so locked in, and reading. Fuck, playing blah blah.
Had she been tricked? Had she actually been tricked despite all the fun she was having? Her pure eyes made me feel guilty. Maybe I went a little overboard after all.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. What George Aniki said was true. The weather's bad, so they probably went home for the day. It doesn't mean that they're gone. Right?
We'll get a third person to confirm that they're in the nest. That's right. Tomorrow when the weather gets better, I'm sure they'll come out so we can hear them crying meow meow like they always do.
Meow meow. She fucking formed a full sentence. I'll wait until tomorrow gets better and they come back. Gonna wait till tomorrow. Gonna wait until tomorrow's weather's better. Gonna wait till tomorrow.
Maria was in a letterman. Julie so like Umi's they're gonna come back. Still, George Aniki was really amazing at taking care of kids. I think I remember 6 years ago.
But Umineko didn't come back because
Aniki, that's probably your gift. Which is amazing at taking care of young kids.
Nah, I would have kept up that lie. I wouldn't have admitted defeat, dog. I would humiliate that. Why is this 9-year-old like lobotomized? When I was
That's how
9.
kids are gonna be these days. And they're on fucking TikTok all day.
Okay, but when I was 9, I was not this dumb. I don't know, man.
I don't remember being 9. Hey Siri, what school year are 9-year-olds in?
9-year-olds are usually
4th grade.
this.
Yeah, no, I was like,
I was playing Smash Bros.
I was like making edgy like OC comics. Like my own. I was making my.
I was
own
listening to the Sonic music.
I was making my own. I was listening to Nightcore, dude, and like, I was like declaring myself like a self-proclaimed otaku already at that age.
I didn't even know what anime was.
I did. I was like.
Probably because the only anime here at the time was like Pokemon and stuff.
Yeah, but like, I was like, I don't know. I was like watching like. I watched Pokemon first, of course, but then like when I was like young, I watched like a lot of the Japanese like. Well, I knew what anime was because I'm Japanese. So when I think about it. Because like my parents were the ones who were like, "Hey, look at these cartoons you can watch. You can watch Sailor Moon and other stuff." But like, I wasn't this stupid as a kid. I knew what sarcasm was. Cause I don't know. Like I knew what sarcasm was. I was making like stories about like it wasn't like the most eloquent, right? Like I wasn't like a genius, but at least I knew enough to form a freaking sentence and like to know what was a joke.
I guess I had sentience back then.
I was sentient when I was 9. Maria is like actually like what I fear is like what kids are gonna become if they just like
I mean, just give it. Umineko, amazing writing, predicted it all. How children would act. The future.
I feel like kids in anime always end up being so fucking stupid.
Or they go the other way and they just don't act like kids. And they just talk like a human.
Like they don't know how to balance like how much knowledge a child actually does have at that age, like without making them seem like they're 4 years old or just straight out the womb. Cause like this is the age, like she's in 4th grade. She's doing long division. She knows how to do long division probably. She's like, actually she's rich. Do rich people get an education in this universe?
But yeah, I forgot I was doing math at that age.
Yeah, like you should. I was learning long division. I remember learning long division because I was bad at it, but That was still like pretty decently like hard math for a 4th grader at least. Also, I had to write an essay when I was in 3rd grade. I don't know how much COVID changed like the scape of like education, especially for young kids. Because I know like the 2nd grader I know barely knows how to read, which is concerning in my opinion. 2nd graders should know how to read.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm concerned about Maria's like, because Umineko does not take place in the year 2020. They should have had some knowledge on how kids work by just, I don't know, someone's coworker probably has a kid. Maybe I'm being too critical about this anime child. But if Umineko's deep, why can't they write kids correctly?
Maybe we'll just have to keep playing.
Maybe she's like actually like really smart.
Maybe she's
like,
faking it.
Maybe she's faking stupidity. Because she's gonna start screaming like, Silent Hill! Silent Hill!
Right. Yes, it almost looks like George Nissan was born to do something like that. Personally, I think it'd suit you better to do business in some company president's office. Oh no, childcare is a fine career path, but it's not a job where merely liking children is enough. You really are modest, George-kun, but Balor-kun is quite good with children too. Just a second ago, even though it didn't last long, Maria seemed to be having a lot of fun. Please keep playing with her like you just now. Do your jokes more carefully, okay? Aunt Rosa winked at me, giggling a little. She's a real mother, I thought to myself, who's happy to see Maria having fun.
Come on, Rosa!
We're almost at the fucking house.
And
we're almost gonna be there.
Let's go, let's go. I want more scary stuff to happen. I
The
don't think
fucking
they're
climb.
actually psychological horror. So I hope this is also a psychological horror.
It is. We just need to get to the fucking house.
I'm so tired of waiting to go.
Old bastard's waving us to hurry up. Yeah, we needed to get moving. Might as well have this conversation after setting our luggage down in our rooms.
I really hope you guys don't go back to fucking talking inside the house. I want something to happen. Now then, everyone allow me to lead you into the guest house, where you'll be spending the night. Please, this way.
Gojo-san called everybody and led the way. Kumasawa-san brought up the rear. We're almost.
I'm gonna like die from a heart attack before we finish this.
A serpentine twisting path led through the dim forest. It ran a bit uphill. I'd guess the path was made of all these twists, would made all twisty so the slope wouldn't seem too steep. But personally, I'd have been happier if they had the guts to make the stairs in a straight line. No doubt they made the path twist on purpose to put an air of distance and importance. Yeah. Before long, we saw a garden-style stone step. From here on, I do have some memories. Go up these, and at the top of the stone steps, we saw a beautiful guest house.
Oh my god.
Sod was lovely, of course, but more importantly, we could enter its doors without having our hearts stolen away by the splendor of the beautiful rose garden that we will now be talking in. It's as beautiful as ever this year. A real delight for the eyes. By climbing the stone steps, the people greeted by the rose garden gave voice of their impression one by one. And we're gonna get everybody's reaction to the house.
I was wondering what everyone was reacting with about the house. Is it just me, or is it the flowers less lively this year?
I just realized she has a tattoo.
Does she?
Yeah, it's on her arm.
Is that not like... I don't know, is that not like... I don't know. I mean, I guess that is a tattoo.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a sleeve. Why'd she have a belt on her fucking shoulder?
It's kind of... I don't know. That tattoo's kind of awkward looking. I feel like tattoos. I don't know. Pigment's very yellow. Don't know if I've ever seen that much yellow on a tattoo in that clear color. Is it just me or the flowers are less live this year? It's probably because it wasn't hot this summer. I also believe that was a factor. Blooming is a tad inferior when compared to last year's.
Even so, it was a delightful rose garden. I remember that even 6 years ago, a huge number of roses had greeted us every year. Rose garden was the first thing that greeted the people who came to Rockinjima. Even our parents who came every year couldn't help but give their voice to their admiration. In fact, it seemed that they had undergone a power up from the big garden in my memories of 6 years ago. This place is always so amazing. It would be wonderful to have a rose garden like this at home.
Just to look at it, that's so useless. Give it up. Who do you think would take care of it? Roses are a real pain with bugs and diseases to worry about.
From what I've heard, Kiri-san takes good care of her roses every day. Make sure no bugs get anywhere near her, right? This is front-facing portrait.
He finally changed sprites, he was so confused.
That's right. Though in this person's case, the rose goes after the insects like some nasty carnivorous plant.
What does she mean? What? Oh, so that's what you mean. What do you mean?
I think she's calling herself a rose. And he's an insect. Oh, whoops.
Well, we read it. So.
Yeah, we read that. I wonder, after all, you're a womanizer on an almost genetic level. No need to worry, Rosa-san. When a rose gives you too much trouble, it's always best to snip it at the root. Oh ho ho, such frightening talk this is. Who are popular with the ladies are always forced. Guys who are popular with ladies are always forced to live dangerously. I sure hope I turn out to be prettier in my next life.
Hideyoshi-san, like I keep saying, it isn't like this at all! Kyrie, stop it, you're starting to freak me out. I know. You've made my rose will.
Hey, Maria-chan, look over here. These roses are especially magnificent.
Magnificent roses! Smells pretty sweet. Look, the suit. Wait.
This suit suits.
Suits.
Oi, oi, oi. Maria's gonna imitate you and get hurt by the thorns. He yelled at me as I leaned to smell in the rose with an exaggerated gesture. I thought she was overreacting, but when I turned around and saw Maria imitated my gesture, and George Aniki smiling broadly at us. Hey now, Maria-chan, be careful. Rose thorns can hurt.
Oh, this rose is strange.
Strange? This guy's looking strange. What's wrong? Maria pointed to a single rose. I immediately understood why she found it odd. In the midst of all the magnificent roses, one single rose was starting to wilt. It wasn't any particular reason. Some roses flourished and others wilt. All there was to it, but Maria seemed very concerned about the only unhealthy one in the group. It must have made her feel lonely. So you feel like this rose, so you feel sad for this rose because it's the only one that isn't healthy?
Oh, the roses are healthy, but this one's sad.
Oh, they all bloom and wither at their own paces. I'll bet this one just started to wilt early because they got to bloom before the others.
Yeah, that's right. It probably just bloomed like crazy. Fulfill its duty and went to sleep. You shouldn't get so worked up about it.
It seemed that Maria's pure sensitive nature was making her feel some emotional pain for the rose that withered alone. Even though she understood the logic of it, it still felt lonely to her.
I don't think she understood the logic of it. She's kind of lobotomized.
Then Maria-chan, why don't you look after this rose till we leave? George Aniki straightened up and felt around his pocket. Then he took out a wrapper from the candy he had been sucking on the plane. He twisted it into a thin string, then gently tied it to the rose as a sort of marker. Hey, that's pretty cute. Let's mark you with this. Later on, you can come and give it some water. I'm sure Mr. Rose will be pretty happy.
Come to give it water.
Come to think of it, Mr. Rose here has a name. What the fuck? I think you should give Mr. Rose here a name. I'm sure it'll make it happy. You'll get to know it a little better. Namae. She still wore her usual sullen face. Maria crossed her arm and began to consider this intently. At the very least, she appeared to have been completely pulled out of her slump. Nice going, Aniki. George Nissan has been really understanding. Can't help but respect him.
Yeah. I guess he was just born that way.
I feel like I'm dying and I'm just slowly crawling to the fucking end. And that's this house here. It's like so close, but I can't fucking get there.
Oh my god. This is so... I feel like... Oh my god. I feel like if this is like all foreshadowing for something bigger, I hope it's so freaking significant. It was worth it. It was worth the fucking dragging out. It was worth making Maria repeat everything over and over again. If Maria wasn't here, I wouldn't have to deal with all this repeating and all this like diddly-daddling, okay?
I can't believe there's a scene for every step of the way to get to this fucking place.
I can't believe that we tried to feel up our cousin's titties and that was like a significant scene.
Is this garden just as magnificent when you were all kids?
It was though after I stopped living here that I grew so big. Before that, the garden was similar. Though I'm still attached to that one. Nissan fiddled with it too much, with that vaguely bad taste. I liked it much better before.
Ava, you gotta think more positive. Setting aside how it used to look, its beauty now is something to be admired. You'll be able to relax a lot better if you look at it like that.
I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying, I wanted you to see the garden the way it was before too. Everyone, if you please get inside the house. I shall guide you to your roof now!
Oda-san called to everyone to ask if we were ready, but our hearts had been completely stolen away by the rose garden that none of us had seen for a year, so we didn't pay much attention to him. Since we weren't a travel group, it's not like we had a strict schedule to follow. Besides, since our parents were visiting their old home, full of nostalgia, it wasn't like they had let themselves be urged on by anyone or anything. Understanding the situation, Goda-san continued to wait, smiling widely, until our parents got tired of the rose and told them to guide us to our rooms.
Thank God. Are we inside? Are we inside? Are we inside? Are we inside?
And we're outside. Oh, hey. It isn't Kanon-kun. It's been so long. How are you doing? Oh, Hideyoshi suddenly shouted. In the direction he was waving was a slender boy.
Oh my gosh.
Beating him right after a huge man like Goda probably emphasized his small stature. Why is he posing like that?
He's about to hit the Elon Musk.
The boy was in the middle of transporting piled up gardening tools and the like, and the like in the wheelbarrow. Okay. When he realized he was being called to stop, he sat down the wheelbarrow and took off his hat and bowed his head. Who should voice him? You want to voice him?
I'll voice him. Good afternoon. You're too old to voice a little boy.
The fuck? What about doing the femboy voice you told me to do earlier? And now I'm too old to do it.
Yeah. You're only old enough to be thirsting over femboys.
I figured he was probably younger than me. And I realized by the holy shit, the general atmosphere surrounding him that he was another servant. He greeted us in response to Uncle Hideyoshi's call, but he seemed like he might be pretty unsociable most of the time. It was a greeting that lacked feeling. When Goda-san noticed our interest had shifted towards him, he went to the boy's side to introduce him to us.
Butler-san, allow me to introduce you. This is one of the servants of Ushiriya. Ushiriomi. Kanon-san, greet our guest. I'm pleased to meet you. I'm your servant. I am the servant.
Yep, my first impression wasn't wrong. He seemed to be unsociable, or at the least, not so good at talking. Compared to Goda-san, who was extremely polished as a servant, you couldn't help but feel an inexperience typical of his age. When Goda-san urged him to, in a whisper, to give a bit more of an introduction, the boy named Ken only cast his eyes downwards.
Kanon-san, perhaps give them a little more of a greeting.
He didn't seem to be refusing to greet us out of spite. Rather, he seemed to fall in silent because he didn't know what else to say to us.
He just called themselves furniture and
Ken and Kunshin doesn't tend to talk much. He might not be that social, but deep down, he's a really good person. Don't get him wrong. You've been working here for 3 years, haven't you? Pretty sure you started a year before Goda-san, right? Even though he wasn't exactly giving a terrible first impression, Jessica Hurley backed him up. I see. Apparently his unsociable nature causes him the trouble a lot.
Okay then. Nice to meet ya. I'm Battler. I'm 18. How old are you?
I was silent, as though wondering whether or not this was a question he'd have to answer. Again, Jessica plowed ahead. If I read correctly, he's only 2 years younger than us, so 16, right?
Yes, this is correct.
Looked like he would have preferred not to tell us his age if given the choice. That was probably because he thought we looked down on him for it. I remember that when I was around his age, I hated being asked how old I was by adults. He's 16, huh? It's gotta be a delicate time. Which means I probably asked something I shouldn't have.
Glad you're about our age. Just be cool and call me Battler. I'll call you Kanon. But the sentiment alone is sufficient.
Jessica looked panicky for some reason. She seemed to think my impression of Kanon was getting worse because of his refusal. Well, as a girl, Jessica probably couldn't understand the fretful male heart at this age. As his elder. When were we getting in the house? As his elder. Even by just 2 years, I took it upon myself to be understanding of that.
Or does he only want to squish his cousins? They perhaps be a little more courteous. Smiling face and those part of servant's duty. My apologies. I shall make an effort.
Oh ho ho. Goda-san, Kanon-kun's trying his best, yes. He was often warned about being unsociable. Apparently he hadn't improved one bit. He kept his business small, but let a small sigh of resignation escape. What did I say? He kept his business small?
Well then.
Please let me in the house.
If you'll excuse me.
It looked like Kanon himself was uncomfortable with remaining silent any longer. After another perfunctory bow, he turned around and started pushing the wheelbarrow again. Then the wheelbarrow suddenly wobbled and fell, scattering the load. I guess the wheelbarrow's single wheel got caught in a pebble and lost its balance.
What are you doing? No, clean it up quickly.
Urged him hurriedly in a quiet voice, as though hinting that it was shameful for a servant to appear clumsy in front of a guest. Kanon wordlessly reloaded the barrel with the fallen objects, as if to say he understood quite well without being told. He seemed to be fine with the light-looking gardening tools, shovels, and such, but he looked like he was having trouble getting his arms around and lifting up the sacks of fertilizer. You okay? You seem you're so careless. Here.
Milady, you'll dirty your garments. Please.
With a smooth motion, Yoda-san took the shovel that Jessica had picked up. Behind him, Kanon-kun was having trouble with the sacks of fertilizer still.
You just said that. Oh my fucking god, Maria. You're like actually starting to annoy me.
What's fertilizer?
What's fertilizer? You'll dirty your garments? What's dirtying your garments? When were we referring to you? When the fuck were we talking about your garments?
It's me.
Wait, like ones I'm wearing aren't that expensive. Besides, I hate guys who just sit there and make waitress pick up the fork when they dropped at the restaurant.
And lifted up the other bags that had fallen. Of course they weren't
I
light.
thought Jessica was the one who was helping.
For me, it was a piece of cake. Kanon looked at me surprised. It was face of someone who never expected to receive help.
Battler, don't worry about it. I'll take care of everything, so... Don't you worry. I may not look like it, but I've got it where it counts.
Since Kanon-kun looked like he hadn't yet gone through his growth spurt, he was stuck with a sort of weak body. This kind of weight would have been too much for him. It's quite heavy. It's natural that would be difficult for you. Don't worry about it, Kanon-kun.
My time to shine. This makes up for the effort. This makes up for the boat stuff before.
Ah, as if this can make up for you freaking out like that. Hee hee hee. Later I'll tell you about it too, Kanon-kun. Battler was such a pussy.
I'm such a pussy! Such a pussy! Oh.
We're so close. As they did this, I piled all the stuff back into the wheelbarrow.
Come now, it's good enough. Please go.
Letting the guests who were supposed to feel welcome see such a disgraceful thing must have been hideously embarrassing for a servant.
I wonder if you said that before.
Yes, but go to hurry up and go. Kanon-kun left.
You're too harsh on him, Goda-san. Shouldn't you have helped him instead of being a bully? That was wrong of me. I implore your forgiveness.
Without even a twitch in his smile, he apologized elegantly.
I don't like Goda-san.
You don't like it?
No. people who he's so fake.
Anan-kun has a ton of things that he's good at too. It's just that being young works against him all the time. It's a crying shame.
Well, it's a prickly age. Let's just leave it. After all, no servants are the best kind. Isn't that right, Kumasawa-san?
Oh ho ho ho, Rudolph-sama, you are truly harsh. Gorge, there is no servant. Anyway. Everyone smiled wryly at the obvious lie. Even she herself didn't believe that, not in her wildest dreams. But she must have said it to lighten the mood. That's the kind of character she is. She used to be, my bad. Now she's not like that at all. One stiff atmosphere had cleared up thanks to her cheerful smile. I'd like to set our luggage down soon. Goda-san, what rooms are we going to take?
It'll be the same as the previous one. Allow me to guide you. Please, this way.
We headed toward a trim, elegantly simple guest house. This was going to be our temporary quarters for the night. And then we all blew up and died. It's still the garden!
My head's gonna pop!
Cannon watched over the hedge as the guests all entered the guest house. Then he let his eyes fall on those heavy sacks of fertilizer piled in the wheelbarrow. In his mind, he kept going over his previous mistake. Battler, big and strong, had picked up the sacks in front of him. That sacks that Cannon himself couldn't lift, as if they were feathers. It was extremely difficult for an outsider, observer, to guess what emotion had favored stirring it up in Cannon. As far as you could tell by watching him hang his head, there was something that he still couldn't let go of. Muttered words escaped his lips. Those words that he murmured were so soft that they didn't reach even his own ears. Even I. Oh, wait, that is technically yours.
Even I.
Then hung his head, slowly biting his lip.
Okay. Why are we outside?
We're here. This is where we should stop.
How long has it been? Wait,
Well,
what's our time? What's our time?
I don't think it has a play time. It just has the time when... It's been at least 4 hours, I think. I've been streaming for like 90 minutes. Well, I guess we did took like an hour break in the middle, so maybe like 3 hours.
Maybe.
I forgot where I saved, so we're just gonna...
I hate you.
We haven't even met the other characters still.
When are they all gonna die? When is the scary stuff gonna happen? This is making me not want to read Higurashi. Like,
I mean, we are at least halfway there.
not to the end of the game.
No.
Like, you know, at this point of any other visual novel, I would at least like have a hint of like the main, like, not the,
Yeah,
like,
okay, we haven't even... We... In the let's say 3 hours. In the 3 hours, we have gotten to the setting of the story. That's how much we've done. We haven't even learned what the story is. Because if you read the Steam description, it like explains the story. That hasn't even happened in 3 hours yet.
I'm exhausted.
Like, if this was Little Busters, they would have like fucking... I'm pretty sure by now you would have had the fucking plot start with the fucking mysterious letters.
I think if this was Lamento, at least Kanoe would have like met like his companions by now. Leave the freaking forest. Well, maybe he's stuck in the forest, but like at least you like see all like the freaking plot points that lead up to that, and like you understand where the story is going. And Subahibi, I feel like if I read quick enough, I would be reaching like the scene where like he's like, yes, the world's gonna fucking end. You know what we should do? We should kill ourselves. Or like, sayonara.
It's just crazy. It shouldn't even be this
Sayano
long too.
really shouldn't. Sayano Uta managed to like this would be like 1/4 of Sayano Uta. Because like Sayano Uta is like a 12-hour game.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So this would be like 1/4 of the game already completed. We are not even close to 1/4, by the
Hey
way. So it's
Siri,
like
what's
mhm.
what's 3 divided by 160?
3 divided by
No.
100.
We're almost 2% done.
So
I'm
how
just
often are
like,
we gonna play this game?
I don't know. I mean, I can do this tomorrow.
Alright, let's try some more tomorrow. Let's get to like the good part. I wanna know why people think Umineko is a masterpiece.
Yeah, me too.
'Cause
'Cause there
right
is a
now,
part where I stopped watching the streamer, because I thought it was just getting, the story was going in a direction I didn't like. Um, so,
why did you not like it?
um, well, I just kind of got like a little. It was doing like another build up again. I was like, bro, this shit is boring, and it started getting confusing. But I just need to lock in because now I'm actually reading it, and the fact that like I watched it and I don't even remember half of these scenes that happened here.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these scenes aren't. Maybe they are necessary. Maybe there's like some overall like meaning towards everything that
I,
we don't understand because you know it's deep or whatever, and we haven't seen it. And the mentioning of the seagulls over and over and over
the
and
Umis,
over and over in Umineko and Umineko and Umineko and Umineko, 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 Umineko,
like
Umineko.
definitely not every line is needed because holy fuck.
I don't think they have to repeat the same thing like 5 times. I don't think Maria existence is helpful for me on like
Like
because
people, if people are watching, they won't understand. But like when you're reading this, like so much dialogue we've read, I feel like I'm just getting deja vu because we literally just said it, and I have to read it out loud again after I just said it.
it's slower because we're reading it out loud.
But that's fine.
It's just like I feel like I'm losing my mind. I feel like the Dempa. I don't think this game's like a pure Dempa game, but the Dempa in this game comes from the fact that I have to fucking sit here through some slow burn and like reread the same sentences over and over again. I'm confused. Is this supposed to be like the plot twist is gonna be like I already like read like a basic summary from like people like those one sentence summaries from people
Mm-hmm.
and like
Like I will say the plot twist isn't that people die, so there's more to it. That's not the plot twist.
okay,
'Cause a lot
fair
of
enough.
these games are like, oh, it's normal, and then it's not. But so there's more to the story than just like people start dying.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. I'm assuming it's like a lot of mind I want to say like people start going insane. I hope so. That's the funnest part about these games is when the
Yeah.
protagonist
Holy shit! It's almost
starts
4
losing
a.m.
their it's almost for him
All right.
is
Yeah, I like those mental breakdown moments.
I like my favorite things about my favorite things about visual novels is usually they're not scared to break the boundaries of what seems normal and what's not normal.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really having expectations that this stupid game is
Stupid,
gonna
stupid, stupid.
make stupid, stupid,
Yeah.
stupid, 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 stupid.
Alright.
I hope this game defies my expectations because right now I'm tired and sleepy
Yeah,
and
it's
want
super
to
late.
never read again.
All right, I
It's
gotta
past your
go to
bed.
bed. Yep.
Good night.
Good night. And I'm ending the stream. Bye bye.
Oh, you're still streaming.
Yeah, we were giving our end thoughts.
Oh, was that the? Is that the? I don't know how to stream.
And